Here we have Terra Luna symbol LUNA versus the dollar. And what do we have right here? We have a bit of a short-term range going on right now, and this is starting to shape up a little bit more like short-term distribution at the highs. Again, this is not to be confused with the very long-term. I'm actually still quite long-term looking at this as one of the better ones as far as charts goes. But for right now, any sort of a bounce that fails to get back above about $95 or so, $96 in this case, I would say very much aligns with this short-term highs right here being a bit of a phase of distribution. You can kind of look at it like this. Let me just do the yield curve right there, something like this. So again, do you get another bounce off of your $84 region? I think that was the same area that we were looking at yesterday. Probably yes. You know, that bounce can come up anywhere short of $96, and it's just it's just another lower high essentially. And at that point, I would be using the $84 region as a bit of a continuation point for a greater correction with targets down towards the low 70s, about $72. Let's say give or take about half a buck on that one. Daily, I imagine we do have many drives of bearish divergence at this point. We have one drive of bearish divergence right there, to be fair. And 5-day is working on a bit of a bearish engulfing dildo as well. Again, this is coming at the highs. You know, you can't expect pullbacks and corrections. Obviously, this still has one of the better charts long term. I just want to be very deliberately clear about this. All higher term time frames are still more or less bullish right here. I mean, as it stands, I mean, this is your monthly. It's basically closing on highs, so that's not bad, at least in my book. But fair enough. For right now, I'm kind of looking at this one as more corrective, very likely to come down to 72 in the coming weeks, and then where would be like my worst case scenario target? Well, worst case scenario for a continuation of the uptrend would probably be somewhere around, probably somewhere around like 70. Let's call it, give or take, a buck or two from that number. If you do start to see closure below that, then the uptrend will start to come into a bit of question here, especially on the on your higher time frames, and will confirm that hidden, or sorry, not that hidden, but that regular bearish engulfing dildo right there. There's such thing as a hidden bearish engulfing dildo. I was getting that confused with my divergences over there, which can initiate corrections much further south. Again, I don't want to get too ahead of myself right here, and I want to reiterate my stance on the higher term timeframes that this is still long-term bullish. I'm just looking for correction from here, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we don't see any sort of, not even potential for hidden bullish divergence right here. 12 actually looks like it wants to kind of dump down into the mid 70s right now, to be fair. So I'm looking at this one as corrective at best right here. I don't think that this one's ready to make new ultimas this week, for example. I think at earliest would probably be late January, early February is looking more likely in this case, assuming that you basically just don't lose that $70 region, especially on a higher term time frame closure. Hopefully that was helpful though, and there you go for Terra Luna, sir.